All right, this is a video about division. It's going to go over dividing fractions, and it's going to go over dividing decimals, and it's going to include the positive and negative aspects of it. So let's look at fractions first, and then we'll get into decimals. Okay, for dividing fractions, you're going to be following what I call KFC. So keep, flip, change. So I'm going to keep my first fraction the same. That's not going to change. I'm going to be flipping the second one, and I'm going to be changing to division. But before I do that, I have to change this whole second fraction into an improper fraction. I can't use the mixed number. So I'm going to do that by multiplying and adding. So 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. So my new equation, -3/4 divided by 7/3. The denominator stays the same. Now I can do the KFC. So I'm going to keep, let me move this up. I'm going to keep my -3/4. I am going to flip 7/3, and it is now 3/7. And I'm going to change to multiply. Then I just multiply straight across top and bottom. I get 9 and 28. And since I have a negative and a positive, my answer is going to be negative. Remember, 2 positives is positive, 2 negatives is positive, and one of each is going to be negative. So -9/28. Now, for dividing decimals, I'm going to show you 3 situations. So this first situation is pretty cut and dry. I am going to just do regular division. So I'm going to start, 4 goes into 8 2 times, -8, drop down. 4 goes into 8 again 2 times, -8, drop this down. 4 goes into 4 once, no remainder. This then goes straight up. So my answer would be 2.21. Very simple. Don't have to really do much thinking. Everything went into it. No remainders, nothing to worry about. Move your decimal straight up. But what happens if you have a decimal on here, on the outside? Well, what you do is you are going to shift this over until it becomes a whole number. So now I have 44. And however many spots I move this over, I have to move this over. So this is going to go over 1 spot. So now I have 88.4. So let's solve this one. 44 goes into 88 twice. -88. Now I have a little bit of a problem. I have 44 going into 4. That's not possible. So I'm going to scooch this up. It doesn't go into it at all. So I subtract, and I have a remainder. Now, what do I do if I have a remainder? I have to then add zeros until I end up with either a repeated number or until I end up with, a final, like a 0 at the end. So I add a 0 there, and now I have 44 into 40. That's not possible. Add on another 0. I have 44 into 400. All right, so now 44 into 400, that's going to go in 9 times. 44 times 9 is 396. Guess what I have? I have a 4. So let's see if a pattern starts to build. Yep, sure enough, the pattern is building. I'm just going to keep going like that. So if you see a pattern start, you can stop and just end your problem. It would be 2.01 if you round. Or you could keep going, but you could be going on forever for some of these. So it's best just to stop. So the main thing to remember when you're multiplying or dividing positive or negative numbers, whether it's whole numbers, fractions, decimals, whatever, is this. If you have two positives, it's going to be positive. If you have two negatives, your answer is positive. If you have one of each, your answer is negative. Same thing for division. You divide two positive numbers, your answer is positive. Divide two negative numbers, your answer is positive, and one of each, your answer is negative. I hope that helps. If it doesn't, please let me know and we can go over this more. If you have any other questions, please let me know. And that's it. So good luck. And again, if you have questions, just ask. Thanks.